Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new reading vlog. I feel like we're 4 reading vlogs in at this point. I'm pretty excited about it. Granted, my pockets are sad that I keep buying more books. So, in an effort to read what I have and to complete my first series, I have 3 pieces of paper here with a title and an author. All 3 series will be completed, but I want them to be done in order. So I am going to pick from these 3, and whichever one I pick first, of course I'm going to read book 1 first. I have all 3 series book 1s, but the completion of each series will be based on which one I pick out of my handy dandy vase first. And then we will figure out what will be second and third. Okay, so first up we have Restore Me. Come on. We have Restore Me by J.L. Seegars. We have Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. We have, babe, let's focus, Luca by Gray Huffington. Now, what I will say, Gray, your books are a bit pricey in paperback, but I already have one, so it's going in. Then Long Shot, I decided that I wanted the watercolor version simply because I am not a girl who likes shirtless men on the cover, face and body. Like, give me one or the other. I don't, because I feel like I can't read that book out in public. Like, please stay out of my business. And Restore Me, all of these are big, thick books, but Restore Me for some reason scares me the most because I'm looking at it in the distance and it looks like it's the biggest one over there. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I feel like they're not moving around. Are they moving around? Yeah, they're moving. Okay. Why am I nervous? Why am I nervous? Why am I nervous? I'm not even going to edit this because I want you to see which one I pick first for real. Okay, this is the first series I'm going to complete. What is it? Oh my days. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my Lord. Okay, Restore Me. Let me write this down because I should have kept my mouth closed. Shut up. Okay, series order. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right, Restore Me. That is not the name of the series. I'm going to put the name of the series on the side, but I'm going by the book 1 that I have. That's why. Okay, we're going to see what's going to be second and third. Unbelievable. 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 What's this? This looks like it's already it feels like it's already open. Okay. Okay, Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. Okay. And of course, we have Luca by Gray Huffington. So that simply means, that simply means that I have time to save up for the other books in this is it Eisenberg effect? Eisenberg, I think. So that is the order. There you have it. This is what I was writing. So we are going to complete my first ever series. Now, granted, I do have Ethic that is ongoing, but once Ethic is over, it's over. So that's why I'm taking my time. This year, I'm only doing books 1 through 3 for Ethic. Next year, I'll come to terms with it and complete 4 through 6. But for now, I'm okay with just having 1, 2, and 3 done. I'm working on the second book in the series, but I know that's not going to be the first series I complete. Okay, so this is what we're going to be working on. I don't know. We'll see where the video goes. Or maybe After this clip, I'll have a stack to show you, but as of right now, I'm going to jump back into work and then we'll talk later. First, I want to say I do not have on a blazer. Second, I want to say good morning. Third, I want to say that my hair has been in these twists so long that you can no longer see the parts and it looks like my hair is actually getting shorter. Now, on to the first book that I'm reading in this reading vlog. This is Restore Me by J.L. Seegars. I have seen so many people rant and rave about the book. I have cut off quite a few videos because I don't want them to ruin it for me. I am not someone who reads a synopsis, any reviews in full. I just like for someone to tell me like whether they enjoyed the book or not, and if this is in one of their top favorite books or something like that. But this book always comes up and I have purchased it. I purchased it quite some time ago, so that's why this vlog is dedicated towards which series I'm gonna complete first. I have so many book ones from a wide range of series in the romance genre, of course, but I guess it's not a wide range. But anyway, so this is the first one of the three. You would have seen in the first clip that I was trying to figure out which one would be first. This big boy coming in at 470 pages is an enemies to lovers romance about forbidden relationships and love after loss. Check your trigger warnings. That is for any and every book that you want to read. I cannot tell you what you should or should not read. I don't know what your limits and boundaries are, so you need to check that for yourself. So I wanted to give you a check-in at chapter 2, but somehow I ended up at chapter 6. So far, I believe that the person, because chapter 1 is the prologue. I don't like reading prologues or the back of the books or synopsis or anything. I like to go in pretty blind, honestly. But this one, the chapter 1 was the prologue. So I had no choice but to read it. Based on the prologue, I believe, and I want to have this somewhere so that I can have my thoughts in one place. But I believe that the female main character and the enemy of the female main character are the two people that are nameless in the first chapter, also known as the prologue. I believe that because by chapter 2, there were a few moments where I was like, was that really this person or that person? Because now I'm thinking it was that person. So then we go on into chapters 3 and 4. We learn about her in-laws. We learn about her enemy a little bit more. It is dual POV so far. So the female main character and her enemy, the dynamic she has with her parents. We also have a scene where we are at the club, and I think that that is a groundbreaking moment for the two characters and those that are supporting characters. I think that the toxic banter in the book is one that makes me think, do I need help? So far, I've read quite a few books with a bit of banter. Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute was friends to enemies to will we be lovers kind of banter. Whereas Plie from Age Cunningham was enemies to could we be lovers? Did we accidentally already become lovers unbeknownst to us? Kind of thing. So the fact that this one is enemies to lovers, I'm getting a text. Anyway, the fact that this is enemies to lovers and we are full on enemies for real, like in real life, impossible. Sometimes it's a little tricky for me because I feel like if I don't like you, I don't even know that you exist anymore after I realize I don't like you. And if we are truly enemies, I'm not obsessing over you, but I think that in the world of fiction, I can enjoy it because there is this obsession with this person that you can't stand. Like the nerve of you standing here all tall and fine and in my face and aggravating me. And the fact that I have to sit next to you and you know that you're big and tall and muscular and I need space for my elbow to have a little room. I need a little bit of space, and you're crowding me, and you know you're crowding me, and you're doing it because it's agitating me. And maybe I kind of like you crowding me, but I'm not going to tell you that because we're not friends. Get away from me. It's really Maxine Shaw and Kyle Barker. And you know I love a good Maxine Shaw, Kyle Barker moment, but if I can get it in a book. I am here with another update so soon on the same day. Yes, because I have hit that 100-page mark. I'm actually at page 102, 103, something like that. I was right. I was right. The prologue, which I don't like reading prologues, okay, it let me know quite a bit. And you do need it though. You need that to figure out, like, why are we at this point in this friendship or lack thereof, this enemyship, this rivalry, this, why are we in this space in our lives together? Like, what is the issue for real? So you think you have an idea of what the problem is, when really you're getting her perspective of what she thinks the issue is, when really we kind of know from the male perspective what the problem is. And I don't know if maybe I am just the overthinker and that's why it's hitting me a little bit different, but hear me out. We find out in the first chapter that there was a connection made by two people that are nameless. And in this connection, he feels something, she kind of feels something. They have this moment in time, and we don't elaborate on how far that moment goes or how long it lasts and all of that. We just know that a connection was made between two people, and now we fast forward all these years, and now we're in this enemy situation. I think that the man that was in chapter 1 is fighting for his life to battle these feelings that he's had for someone that he shouldn't be having feelings for. But as we keep learning more about these characters and all of that, we now know that she doesn't remember. She does not remember, not because she is in her old age and her mind is deteriorating. No, she was at a frat house. She was living her best life, and maybe she had one too many drinks, but we know that he doesn't drink. So he remembers everything vividly. Now, my concern, and this is just how my mind is breaking down the pages I've read so far. I'm thinking that he has kept his feelings suppressed for all these years, even though he knew, like, this is my lady, like, this is my woman, this is my person, this is a bit of me, this is my soul outside my body. But for whatever reason, and hopefully we will, which I think we will because we have enough pages to tell us that we will, find out how the timeline really happened to know who met her first. And if you met her first, like, how did I get her? And if I wasn't supposed to be with her, like, how did you get her? So we are still ironing out the timelines for everyone's relationship, but we're at the point where it's like, can you imagine, you think you have feelings for someone, you know you have feelings for someone, and you are trying your hardest to not have them show out of respect for someone else, but yet you still stand at the altar with the woman that you love, and you're not the one getting married to her? Like, I'm at the altar with the woman that I love, and I'm saying love even though those words have not been exchanged or anything, but obviously you love this lady. You love this lady. The fact that you are standing at the altar and you are not saying I do to the woman that you will do anything for. And part of me thinks that it wasn't you because at the time when you met her, you didn't think you were deserving of love and affection, and you didn't know how to give that to someone because of your terrible trauma from your childhood. Yet this entire time she has been battling with her own childhood trauma, and it is now literally verbal abuse in a different... Her mother's a villain. Anyway, I'm not even going to go into that. But so far we're learning a lot of character development, a lot of important pieces to this love journey. I can't call it a triangle, and I can't call it anything else. It's just a journey of love through people. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the angst. I'm enjoying the tension. I'm enjoying the fact that it is poetry to me, because he feels like the Beast in Beauty and the Beast. And I'm saying that even though I do have a book that is called Beast, but this man is so broken, but in his adulthood, he knows what broke him. He knows what is breaking him. And he knows that he wants certain things, but he doesn't feel like he's deserving of that given the situation. And he doesn't want to hurt her feelings or break her heart any more than it's already broken given the space in life that she's in. And he just doesn't want to add more to her plate. So he's been carrying this burden for over a decade. He has been holding on to this for so long. And I just want to know, I just really need to know, like, are you holding on to it because you think that maybe she would think you were taking advantage of her in a moment of weakness? Are you saying that you're not telling her because of the relationship you had with the person that was in her life? Are you keeping it to yourself because you, like, what is it? So there's still a lot more pieces to the puzzle that we don't know. But the pieces that I have now, it is painting an interesting picture. Wow. I gotta go to bed because I have Orange Theory at 5 a.m., which means I get up at 3:45. I need to pick up my clothes. Progress is being made. I have been intimidated by this book. Look at the size of this. It is an easy read, I will say. Beautifully written. J.L. Seegars, you have a way with words that makes my brain happy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I know I'm not going to have these bubbly emotions as I work my way through because the amount of people that have been crying. Okay. Not that he winked. Oh gosh. Sir, please. Did I reach my goal of 16 chapters last night? No, I got sleepy. I'm human. But we are on chapter 13, the 116 page mark. We are at a point where we are civil a little bit civil. We have a little bit more information about what happened in the past. And I feel for him. I really do, because as I said in the last clip, which I hope I said, was that he has been carrying this burden of the truth for years and years and years. And now it's like, I can't add that to her plate. But now we know that he didn't follow through with whatever we were led to believe might have happened that night. And I'm glad that he didn't. I'm glad that he had enough sense to realize, like, look, I'm not about to go down this road with you. I want to, but you are a mess right now. And I know that you are unlocking something inside of me that I need to keep locked away. But I like what you're doing to me. But I shouldn't be liking it. So am I trouble, or are you really the one that's trouble? Or are we just trouble together? You know what? Let me just leave you my number. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out. I wanna stay. But I gotta go. How many times is this man going to catch me staring at him? Like, are you two getting along? I wouldn't go that far. He's just moved down a space or two on my murder list. He still manages to annoy me sometimes, like right now when he's leaving me to answer all of Mal's questions. I even sought him out just to say hello when I got here today. I said it out loud. The words rushed out of my mouth before I had a chance to stop them. And I don't know who was more surprised by the outburst, me, Dominic, or Mama. Honestly, I feel like I'm starting to see him as something other than an enemy. Do you hear the bird? Yes. Yes. Okay, before you brought me some. Girl, make a decision. Do you want us to get along or not? Because now you mad about cake. You got your cake less than 5 seconds after she did. Now shut up and eat it. Don't tell me to shut up, Dominic. Stop whining like a child, Mallory Pearl. Good evening. It is currently, Wednesday evening. I finished Restore Me on Saturday. I did end up filming a little clip letting you know my thoughts, but I saw the clip. I'm looking at my hands because I just made a lemon pound cake, and as great as that experience was, I gotta take these nails off. Anyway, from the glaze, let's move on. So I look crazy, so I wanted to just go over it once again. I finished Restore Me. I finished it Saturday. Was it evening? I finished it on Saturday, and I started it Monday. So that is a positive. That means that the book went by pretty quickly for me, knowing that it's 470 pages of words, just words. And this is not like a lot of mixed media. The book is, it's got words, okay? And yes, these are all of my tabs. Look at how many tabs I have. The tabs, whenever you see me put tabs just at the very top of the page, that means that that is the start of a scene that has whatever my tab is called for. So these are the tabs, quite a few of them. I think that the story is beautifully written. I think that J.L. Seegars has a way with words, and I love that. I think that the characters come off a bit dramatic, almost like I'm watching a play, very heavy on the theatrics, in my opinion. It's not bad, but I just feel like, okay, you're laying on a real thing. We get it. They love each other. Like, I get it. But maybe I was just reading it with more dramatics and theatrics than it really called for. But I felt like the passion between the two characters was so intense that it did call for that. And there was a part in this where Dominic, he's the male main character, he had on Chucks to go to a rooftop dinner. Why would you do that? Why would you put those on? This is a big deal for you guys, and you put on Chucks? Well, Converse, I don't know which Converse, but more than likely Chucks. Okay. I like the fact that these are two characters that are, they are well educated, they have established careers, their families, well, Sloane's mother is a menace. And she has made my villain list. I have a list of villains that I've read this year so far. It's ever growing, okay? I think there are parts in this where Dominic is the villain. I think there are parts in this where Sloane is doing a little bit of self-sabotage in a way, but I mean, that's grief mixed with confusion and frustration with where she is in her relationship or lack thereof, torn between her past life and what her future life might look like. And Dominic is fantasizing and romanticizing a life that he thought he might never get for over a decade. And then it's like, will I get it? And did I finesse her into doing this? Like, am I the bad guy? Am I my father, dare I say? So it's a lot of moving parts, and you are on an emotional roller coaster, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. Now, I will say, background wise, there are a lot of parts in this where I knew that the characters were both Black. This is important to me because when I am painting the picture in my mind of who the characters are, how they look, and what they're doing, I'm basing it off of the words on the page, right? So if I see wolfish grin, I automatically think tanned white man, dark hair, like stubble, dark eyebrow, like thick eyebrows. I'm thinking he's one of those kind of rough around the edges white boys. I'm not thinking a black man has a wolfish grin. I haven't seen one, but then again, I've never heard it described that way. I've been reading a lot of black romances, and that's why that kind of gave me a side eye. Another thing was Sloane playing around in her hair too much for me, or moving it around a lot. And I felt like black girls with natural hair, and I'm saying she has natural hair because she was doing a twist out, so I'm under the impression that her hair, it's not tampered with chemically. So for her to be moving her hair around all over the place, I just feel like we are told not to disrupt the curls once you've done the style. So why would you be moving your hair around? Like, keep still. So either it is a regional thing, perhaps, or it is just like a biracial thing, or it is just, these are black people doing what they want to do kind of thing, which is fine. But for me to create the characters in my mind, it made it a little tricky. But I think I figured out who would play Sloane and Dominic in my fan cast. So anyway, I enjoyed it. It was good. I have the other books for the series already, because once I figured out that I pulled Restore Me first, I went ahead and grabbed all of the other books in the series. So I have Revive Me Part 1, Revive Me Part 2, and the novella titled Again. So I do have all of those. Very long clip, but here we are. So here are my next, these are my pre-tab tabs. So whenever I start a book, I have like tabs that make no sense, but I know that I'm in the early stages of the book, so I at least want to tab something. But these are the tabs that I picked. Ooh, the colors look good on camera. They look good in person. They're very vibrant. And I picked those tabs for Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. You see her shirt, his jersey, you know, the ball, the text. I figured that made sense. Yeah? Okay. So we have Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. This already, this book is up my alley. You know that I love the game of basketball. When I played, I wasn't, playing is not for me. Watching is more my thing. I learned that the hard way. Now, the movie Love and Basketball, that is a story for another day. But for now, we have a sports romance. We have basketball players in the NCAA finals. I want to say they're in the Final Four, or they are in the bracket for it. It has to be Final Four. I'm not that far along. I'm at the beginning of chapter 2, but I do know it's NCAA. I know it's the NCAA game, but I don't know how far in the bracket they are. Anyway, I said all that to say, man in bar meets a girl watching the game. Boy, why are you trying to talk to me? Like, I'm busy watching my team. Come on now. So they chop it up, and that's where I am. Kind of, but I am enjoying it so far. Now, this is another thickums. This book is very, very thick. I haven't put any tabs down that make sense to anything that I'm reading. Just a few. These are my reading tracker tabs. So I want to be like here by whatever day, here by whatever day. So I just kind of have it tracked that way. And these tabs that you could barely see. But yeah, that's where I am with this one. It says, thank you. On the back, it says, think you know what it's like being a baller's girl. You don't. I'm not going to read the rest because, like, I'm reading the book. Right? So I'm pretty excited about this. That is a part of my life that I miss. going to the games every week. I don't know how I had the energy to go to work, come home, get ready, go to the game, or go to the gym, get ready, go to the game. Like, I was really living the life. You would think somebody's son had tickets for me there. Wanted to be a basketball wife so bad, still do. But anyway, this is where we at. Maybe after this, I don't want to be a basketball wife, but I'm thinking front office. You know what I mean? Maybe not like people in the limelight, but like people behind the scenes, you know? Anyway, so this is the book that I'm on, and then we have Luca after this, but I'm gonna spend some time here. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. I just want to say, Kennedy Ryan, you have used up every inch of the page. You have left no room on any margin. You used all the space. This book could have easily been 600 pages because all the space has been used, okay? All of it. I'm reading. I just want to start this clip by saying my skin is telling me that I need rest and less stress. So, it's time for an update. But I'm going to make this quick because I want to jump back into this. I want to put another dent into this book. Now, we are reading Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan out of the Hoop series. It is a 3-part series. We have Long Shot, we have Hook Shot, we have Block Shot. That might be the order, but those are the 3 titles. Anyway, in this book, we have August West, and we can go by the cover for now until I show you my fan cast. But we have August West and we have Iris Dupree. I'm under the impression that that's who's on the cover because those are the 2 people with sparks connecting between them. Even though they're not in a relationship, they're actually on opposite ends of the court, if you will. She is dating his rival. His rival has been his rival since he was basically in grade school, middle school. And what is alarming to me, before I jump into this update, I am at chapter 18. We got to get through this. Now, my pre-tabbed tabs are pretty extensive. And I will say this. Let's be honest. Okay? Let's be honest. Since Caleb, that is the nemesis of the story. Since Caleb's name hit the pages, he has not been liked by anyone. I can't name a character that has liked this boy other than his girlfriend, who now she's wondering, well, why doesn't anyone else like him? Your own cousin doesn't like him. I don't know what's taking you so long to put 2 and 2 together. Like, nobody likes this boy. And I think she's smitten by him because he's like her first. So I think that it's a little bit of that giving her just blindness to it all. I think she is just naive to who he really is. Maybe he just put up such an act that she couldn't even realize that she was living the life she didn't want to live until it was too late. But that's what I'm seeing 17 chapters in. I'm noticing that August West, I thought that he was going to be the character that is headstrong from NCAA to NBA. I thought that he was going to really take into account that he has a vet on his NBA team that can teach him the importance of being a great player on and off the court. I thought that he was going to be level-headed. We're almost through the rookie season and things are going left. And you let your rage, you let your enemy quietly win even though he wasn't winning. And it just sucks. It just sucks. But I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I know it has to happen the way that it's happening, but it just sucks because just 1 minute could change everything. 1 minute. Like, this is a $30 million contract. Don't throw your money and your life away, your golden ticket away because of anger and rage for some idiot that is throwing his chance away. Anyway, I said all that to say that I'm enjoying the story. I'm invested in the story. I'm enjoying the character development. I do care about what the characters have going on. I do care about how they were raised and how they came to be who they are currently. I am concerned because I'm thinking about Lo in this moment. She's not present in the last few chapters I've read, but I know that she had this great opportunity that came up, and it might have caused a rift between her and our female main character, who's Iris. Hopefully they can come together because they are family. Speaking of family, I had to take this moment and have a break because Kennedy Ryan, there was no need for you to end chapter 17 the way you did. You didn't have to drop that bomb on us. Like, all this stuff is happening, you know, we in the locker room, all the fans are doing this, the news is doing this, we get to this other scene within chapter 17, and then you're like, oh yeah, by the way, this is so-and-so. Like, why would you, as a matter of factly, at the end of the chapter like that? When I saw that, I said, wait. No, that's not who I think it is. That's not who I think it is. I know exactly who I think it is, and I know exactly who it is, but I needed to confirm. I needed to confirm the confirmation that I just got and clarify what I already knew, and it's exactly what I thought it was. It's exactly who I thought it was. And it's the fact that you just added it at the end like, oh yeah, by the way. Oh, that was good. That was good. That was good. And I think my fan cast for this book is going to be one of my favorites because I am one that has frequented more NBA games than the average person. I was a season ticket holder for a few years. So I've come into contact with players like up close and personal because we had meet the team nights, we had like draft nights, we can meet all of the staff there. We had like chats with former players or retirees. So I feel like that's another reason why this is up my alley. Like, I enjoy watching the game, and to know that I've come in contact with some of the players before, I feel like that makes this more entertaining for me, even though these people are not real. But I mean, in terms of the real NBA, I've come into contact with some of those players, which makes this even more entertaining for me. So I think I'm gonna add some elements of my real life in the fan cast to like tie all the aesthetics together of the fan cast. I don't know, we'll see. But that's for TikTok. I'm gonna get back into it. I'm hoping that I can at least get to chapter 25. Okay, that was the other thing I wanted to touch on. When I realized, I was like, oh yeah, I'm already at chapter 17. I was like, oh, how many chapters are in here? I didn't even look. Typically, I look at the page numbers so that I can do my reading markers at the top. You see those 3 or 4 that are up there. And I was like, ooh, what if it has 48 chapters? That would be chef's kiss, because a regular basketball game in the NBA is 48 minutes. So it would just be too cute if this was 48 chapters. It's not, it's 51. I think it's 51. 50 epilogue. Oh, and the epilogue is in overtime, which I think is nice. The book itself has 51 chapters. So it's not 48, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Anywho, I need to put my new tabs in too, but anyway. No, it was a dirty play. It was. You knew it was. No. Oh, Good evening. We are here with book number 3 within this reading vlog. We have Luca here from Gray Huffington. This is the Eisenberg Effect book 1. I believe there are 3 or 4 books within this series, and I still didn't look it up after I said I would. I am within chapter 3, which technically feels like I should be at chapter 5 because the prologue was 22 pages. Anyway, so yes, I am almost done with chapter 3. I do want to get to the 100 page mark in this book before I put it down. I'm not putting it down because it's not interesting. I have to put it down because I was selected to read book 2 in a series before the release. So that means I got an art copy, an advanced reader copy of a book, you guys. So get excited for me. I'm excited for me. Let me put this down. I don't want you to be confused. So I have to read that before a certain date, and then I can properly promote the book. So that's why I want to devote the rest of the week to that. And I wanted to definitely start 7 Days in June. And when I found out that chapter 1 starts on a Sunday, I started that book on Sunday. So it's kind of like I have these 3 books going at once. Can you believe it? The girl that read 1 book last year has 3 books in rotation right now. Crazy. My plan is today to get to the 100 page mark in this book and then do my reading markers because I didn't even do that yet. And then in 7 Days in June, I want to at least get through the Monday and Tuesday within that book. And for the arc that I'm reading, I want to get to the 50% mark. So it's going to be a reading evening. Okay. I've already filmed a video that I want to put out later on this week. So I have a lot of moving parts. Yes, I am really excited to get the opportunity to read a book before it's released to the public. And I'm truly appreciative. I don't know. I feel like for someone to share their work with you before anyone else gets to put their eyes on it, like granted, there are other ARC readers, but to get your eyes on it before the public gets to purchase it, you are entrusting me with your baby. You're entrusting me with your project of love and blood, sweat, and tears. Hopefully no blood. I don't know. I am appreciative. And for that reason alone, I'm still going to buy it because it is a memory along my reading journey. And I think the author that gave me this opportunity, like, thank you. Let's talk a little bit more about Luca. He's currently getting a new lease on life. He has been released. We find out why he was in there in the first place. I'm not going to give that away. But it further explains why the woman in the book, his sister, good friend to this person, Ever. Ever is the character that we meet in the prologue. She has 2 children. She ran away from a very unhealthy relationship, and she called up a friend, and her friend was like, look, you know, I got you. I was waiting on you to tell me when you're ready. Like, I can't force you to do something when you are not mentally prepared to exit that relationship. But I want you to be able to get a head start. Like, it was bands on bands on bands, racks on racks on racks. I was just waiting on you. So here you go. Here's the money. Do what you need to do. You can stay with me in the other room. Wow. Wow. You can tell that friendship is really grounded. We already went out for a night where the 2 ladies had a good time. A man came by, paid for the drinks, paid for the hookah, you know, living it up. And he seems to be okay, but something about him, I don't know, I'm giving him a side eye. And then we get a chapter of Luca. So that's where I am. That's what I'm on. And I'm going to read a little bit more of this after I finish filming my video, then get back into ARC. then get back into 7 Days of June. I am here with, hello, hi, how are you? I am here with a long overdue update of Luca by Gray Huffington. Before I give the update, I need to say this. I had quite a few things going on reading-wise before I could jump back into Luca from the last update that I gave. And at the time when I started this, I had one arc that I was finishing up, and I finished that. I'm about to post my fan cast of that arc, and then I stumbled upon another arc. And that one was a sports romance basketball. And I accidentally read that 2 weeks before I said I would. So all of this week, I was reading that arc. It's done now because I finished it. And now I'm back in Luca. So I made a promise to myself to stay focused. But before today, let's go back to yesterday. I went to go see Kay, and Kay was at an event, and at the event there was an author, and that author had a 2 out of 3 book series, and she gifted me a copy. And I mean, thank you. I'm truly appreciative. I am going to read it, but let me get these out of the way. So I already told her that I am on a book buying ban. I have these other books to read, and I'm going to get to that one before her book 3 comes out, which is July 8th. Now, for the update. Luca babe, Luca darling, I understand now. I get why the girls are into you. I am fully aware. I get it now. I get it. This is a man. At the time, we just got introduced to him, but now we are at a place where we can really talk about him. Luca is at that stage in his life where years of his life had been taken away off of a decision that he made to protect his family. Okay, fine. Now he has this new lease on life. He is 36. He wants to be the family man, the father that he grew up knowing. He wants to be a better version of his father. And his father was great. Everybody says it. No one has a bad word to say about his dad. We meet his dad. His dad seems like a loving guy. They come from old money. They have a lot of new money too. And we don't really hear about what they do for work, but we're thinking illegal activity only because you got out of the big house. And your brother, who is a crafty young man, 2 years younger than Luca, but he is heavy into architecture and contractual work and all of that. He built his brother a house. The house is way bigger than Luca requested, but he got excited. So he built his brother a house. It's decked out, fully furnished. Lake is the brother that does the architecture and everything. Lyric is the sister that probably did the furnishing on the inside. Big, beautiful house, vehicle, phone. He got his weapon to keep on his hip, and he meets this woman. He met her the day he got out because she is friends with his sister. So that's not a spoiler. And over the course of the next couple of days, literally next couple of days, this man is like, look, this is what I want. This is what I'm about. This is what I'm into. If you're going to be rocking with us, you got to be looking like us. You're not going to be wearing no knockoff, no costume jewelry, none of that. I bought my sister this. I'm getting it for you too. If you're going to be rocking with us, you rocking with us. The man is buying the jewelry. The man is going to buy you the clothes. The man is going to get you whatever you want. You just got to say the word. And if you don't say the word, he's going to get it. And if you don't take it, he's going to feel disrespected because he has been raised to be a protector and a provider, and he wants to do that for you. Are you going to let him do that for you? He's very honest and very open and very cut and dry and very black and white. He is not giving you any kind of miscommunication. He's not gonna sugarcoat anything. Look, I like you, I want you, what's up? That's Luca. Luca is like ethic in that way, where he's not gonna dance around. He's like, look, this is who I want. Now, I think his honesty, as blunt as it may be, his honesty is refreshing. We hopefully will not have miscommunication. I am excited to see where this goes. This series is going to ruin me, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? I'm currently on chapter 14, and yes, I'm sitting on the floor because sometimes my back acts up and it's more comforting to be on the floor for a little bit. And I sit in a chair all day for work. So sometimes the floor is just okay. I'll find my way on the sofa in a minute, but I'm going to read this chapter, get back into my cleaning up, and then read another chapter. So I've been reading, cleaning, reading, cleaning. He even massaged my scalp with his shampoo. All right, okay, let's be nice. Anyway, forehead kisses. This is in a matter of 2 days, people. 2 days. Oh. Oh. I finished it.